In the desert east of Cairo, ships the length of 4 football pitches sail through the sand. Around 8% of everything the world trades, $3 billion of cargo every single day, squeezes through a channel narrower than many rivers. It has no locks, no gates, no machinery to lift a single ship. It is, in the most literal sense, a ditch, 193 kilometers long. And yet this ditch is run with the precision of a railway by one of the most powerful state companies on Earth. This is how the Suez Canal actually works. Every other great canal is a machine. Panama lifts ships 26 meters up over a continental divide, lock by lock, like a staircase. Suez does something much stranger. Nothing. The Mediterranean and the Red Sea sit at almost exactly the same level. The difference is too small to matter to a ship, so there are no locks at all. You dig a trench from one sea to the other, let the salt water flood in, and sail through. 193 kilometers from Port Said on the Mediterranean to Suez on the Red Sea, passing the city of Ismailia in the middle, threading through natural lakes that were already there, including the Great Bitter Lake, a drowned salt basin bigger than some countries' coastlines. The trench today is about 24 meters deep and at the surface around 200 meters wide. That sounds generous until you remember the ships. The largest container vessels are 400 meters long and nearly 60 wide. For most of its length, the canal is one lane. 2 of these giants cannot pass each other in the trench, which means the world's most important waterway has the same problem as a single-track railway, and it is solved the same way, with a timetable. Every day, the canal runs convoys, like trains. Before dawn, the southbound convoy forms up at Port Said and enters the trench, single file. From the other end, the northbound convoy leaves Suez. Speed limit, about 8 knots, a fast jog, because a big ship's wake would tear the sandy banks apart. Where do they pass? At the wide spots, a bypass near El Cantara, and above all, the Great Bitter Lake, where one convoy anchors in open water and watches the other sail by. Then, in 2015, Egypt did something audacious. It dug a second trench, a 35-kilometer parallel channel, in a single year, so that in the 72-kilometer central section, convoys now stream past each other in both directions at once. A transit takes 11 to 16 hours, and no captain sails it alone. Every ship must take aboard Egyptian pilots, specialists of the canal who board at sea, steer the passage in relays, and hand the giant back at the far end. For this, the canal charges by size and cargo. For a large container ship, a single one-way ticket can cost several $100,000. The ships pay it gladly. The alternative is 3,700 extra miles around Africa. Now, who runs it? That question has started wars. The canal began as a private French company. In the 1850s, the diplomat Ferdinand de Lesseps charmed Egypt's ruler into a concession, and in 1858 founded the Suez Canal Company, selling shares in Paris. 10 years of digging followed, for the first 5 largely with forced Egyptian peasant labor, until the canal opened in November 1869 with fireworks, an empress, and a flotilla of royal yachts. Egypt held nearly half the shares, but by 1875 the country was drowning in debt, and Britain, which had opposed the canal, pounced. £4 million, borrowed overnight from the Rothschild Bank, bought Egypt's entire stake before Parliament had even been asked. The waterway through Egypt now belonged to a Franco-British company, and the British Army soon followed to guard it. In 1888, the great powers signed the Convention of Constantinople and declared the canal open to every ship of every flag, in war and in peace. A rule that has mostly survived everything since. Then, on the 26th of July 1956, Egypt's new president, Gamal Abdel Nasser, announced in a single speech that the Suez Canal Company was now Egyptian, nationalized. Britain, France, and Israel invaded within months and were forced to back down by the United States and the Soviet Union in one of the great humiliations of the old empires. The canal they came to seize spent months blocked. It was the 20th century's clearest signal that the imperial age was over, and the canal's vulnerability was not done. In 1967, war with Israel closed it again, this time for 8 years. 14 cargo ships were trapped inside, anchored in the Great Bitter Lake until 1975, their yellow, desert-dusted hulls earning them the name the Yellow Fleet. Their marooned crews formed their own little society, complete, famously, with handmade postage stamps. A waterway, it turns out, is only as open as the politics around it. Since 1956, the canal has been run by the Suez Canal Authority, a state body answering to Egypt's government, headquartered on the water's edge at Ismailia. The authority is owner, operator, traffic controller, and toll collector in one. It schedules the convoys, employs the pilots and the tug crews, dredges the sand that forever creeps back in, sets the prices, and keeps the money. In its best year, ending mid-2023, that came to $9.4 billion, one of the Egyptian state's largest single sources of foreign currency. But the authority's power has hard limits, and the world has recently seen both kinds. In March 2021, one ship, 400 meters of container vessel, wedged itself diagonally across the southern trench, and for 6 days, the canal simply stopped. 450 ships queued at anchor, while a fifth of a continent's supply chains held their breath. And since 2023, missile attacks in the Red Sea have pushed much of world shipping onto the long route around Africa, costing the canal hundreds of millions of dollars every month it can do nothing about. The ditch is Egyptian. The traffic is the world's. So that is Suez. No locks, no lifts, no tricks. A sea-level trench, a strict timetable, pilots on every bridge, and a single authority collecting the fares. The simplest of the world's great canals, and the most fought over, because everyone can dig a ditch, but only geography can put it between Europe and Asia. Dig a straight line in the right sand, and the world will queue forever to sail through it.